Welcome to Walk in the Park. My name is Tony Ingram, and today's episode is 115. This is recorded on September 9th, 2015. If you would like to see all of my episodes, you can go to my video blog, walkinpark.com. Okay, well, this time we're going to talk about parks and trails, particularly a trail in Ithaca that has now completely opened up. It's been 14 years in the making, the Cayuga Waterfront Trail, and I'll show you all around it, and I'll show you the celebration that took place almost 2 weeks ago to celebrate the completion of the trail, a long effort. So that was the Ithaca Journal page for the opening event, which was the ribbon cutting celebration Sunday, October 30th. Cayuga Waterfront Trail Initiative is a partnership of the Tompkins County Chamber of Commerce Foundation and the City of Ithaca. The Cayuga Waterfront Trail is a 6-mile multi-use trail providing an active, non-motorized transportation and recreation. See if I can get to here. We'll get up in the air here. We'll get to the details of just what you're looking at here. Transportation and recreation way connecting our community's most popular waterfront destinations. The Waterfront Trail will help Ithaca develop a sustainable transportation system, enhance our quality of life, and contribute to the revitalization of our community's waterfront. It is our goal to build one of the best trails in upstate New York. So that's off their website. So very cool. Now what we're looking at here obviously is an aerial photograph. Give credit to Bill Hecht. This and some other aerials that we've got here. He loves to fly around in plane, take pictures of Ithaca and Cayuga Lake. So anyway, in the center, coming up from the lower right, is Cayuga Inlet, and just right of center is this sort of light blue bar that's on a slant. That's actually the roof of the Ithaca Farmers Market, with Cascadilla Creek coming in above that. And then Cayuga Inlet goes out to the lake. In the upper left is the southeast corner of Cayuga Lake. And just to the right of that is Stewart Park. And then the woods in there are the Fuertes Bird Sanctuary, and then there's the Newman Golf Course just below that. And the other side, you see the ball diamonds just below the center. That is Cass Park, part of Cass Park, and there's a pool and the skating rink and so forth. And then the upper, well, left, extreme left, is the Allen H. Treman State Marine Park, all on the waterfront. So let's get another view of it. We're going to fly around and look from the north to south. We're over Stewart Park right now, I guess, in the airplane, and that's Cayuga Inlet coming from the upper center there down towards Cayuga Lake to the lower right. Right to the right of center there is that long blue bar, light blue bar. That is the Farmers Market roof with Cascadilla Creek coming into Cayuga Inlet. And the Waterfront Trail runs along Stewart Park in the upper part there, down sort of between the Fuertes Woods and the golf course along Fall Creek and around the Farmers Market, and then down along the left-hand side of Cayuga Inlet here, past Inlet Island, which is in the upper center, and then crosses at Buffalo Street. I'll show you all on a map here, too. You can't really see it that well, obviously. So here is a map. Oh, my gosh, you got to squint for this. Well, this is the entire thing. This map was actually made before it was all complete, but the Cayuga the Cayuga Waterfront Trail was constructed in 3 sections. And the first section was constructed in the Cass Park area on the west side of Cayuga Inlet. Now you can see Cass Park just left of center there, and the red trails are all part of the Cayuga Inlet trails. You can see there's several different loops and so forth. And then let's see, what more do we have here? Oh, here's some pictures. I have a few pictures of it. So this is in Cass Park, the Cayuga Inlet, Cayuga Waterfront Trail. Why am I saying Cayuga Inlet Trail? Look at that. It says, watch for foul balls near playing fields. So that's obviously near those baseball or softball diamonds that we saw from the air earlier. So where was that? Those were there. Now you can see there. That's where we are. So back to here. And then looking across the inlet over towards the Farmers Market and Johnson's Marina, and I guess Cornell would be up on East Hill there to the left. And this is part of the Waterfront Trail that crosses a little creek, and there's lots of nice flower plantings, and there's some interpretive signs. And this is a section of the trail that goes underneath the Route 89, the Teganic Boulevard Bridge. and then it goes over to Buffalo Street, I think. Well, I have a little video to show you of this guy using an unusual form of transportation on this section of the trail. So we'll see what this guy's doing here. More, adults, especially older people, don't generally use this form of transportation. So see if we can get that up here. Okay. Yeah, so we'll be bringing it. Yeah, that was me. That was me. My wife took the picture. She was on her own scooter. In fact, she got us into it, and she's really into scooting. So it's actually a lot of fun if your knees can take it and your feet can take it. Well, let's look at another section of the trail here. This is the second section of the trail that was built up along Stewart Park. In the upper right there, that's Stewart Park, and then there's the Forties Bird Sanctuary. And the red line is the Waterfront Trail. There are yellow lines here. Those represent other paths that are connected to it, I guess. And it starts up at the Ithaca Youth Bureau, and it goes down through Stewart Park and then around the golf course. And let's take a couple of pictures. Take a look at a couple of pictures there. So some nice plantings. Now the paved area right there in front of you was put in a few years ago. Excuse me. And it's really nice now. All kinds of uses for it. Obviously the scooter I showed you, but people walk. You can push strollers. You can do bicycling. Here's a guy even doing a unicycle I saw that day. So that's kind of cool. So what do we have next here? Let's see. Okay. All right. So now we're going to go. Now we're going to go to the. What do we look at here? Oh yeah, where it gets to the farmers market. So this is just below that last picture. You can see it winds around the center of the picture there. You can see the red path winds around Cascadilla Creek. Now that's the mouth of Cascadilla Creek that I pointed out in the aerial shots there. It goes right out to Route 13. So that's the road going up through the center and crosses a little footbridge there and then comes right around Cascadilla Creek. Right into the center of the picture is at the farmers market. So this was the second section from Stewart Park to the farmers market. So here it is coming down from Route 13. They're going the other way, but we're looking from the farmers market direction towards the Route 13 crossing over Cascadilla Creek. And of course, everybody knows the wonderful farmers market. So you can get there on the trail. You can bicycle. You can roller skate. You can walk. And you can canoe too, obviously not on the trail. And they have a nice interpretive sign there about the Cayuga Waterfront Trail. So they're right on it. And this is sort of the big focal point of the Waterfront Trail is the Ithaca Farmers Market. So, okay, so what we're going to do now, let's go take a look at, okay, that's going to be, let me catch up to myself here in my notes. We're going to be somewhere in here. We're going to have another video. That's why I'm doing this. Okay, yeah, all right. So now we're going to, I'm sorry, I'm getting out of my order here. This is now showing the newest section that's just been completed. This is from the farmers market all the way down to the Buffalo Street Bridge. So here is the newly paved section along Cayuga Inlet. So go back up there, you can see the gray path there. That is the final section, which now has been completed along Cayuga Inlet itself from the farmers market all the way down to Buffalo Street. And my wife and I enjoyed that recently on bicycles. We rented it at the Ithaca Youth Bureau. And then a bridge was actually the lane, the turning lane for to go into Park Road on the Buffalo Street Bridge was converted to a pedestrian bicycle path. And then another bridge was the thing that held it up to the very end here in August. This is the bridge over Cayuga Inlet. There's two bridges on Buffalo Street. One of them crosses the main flood control channel, and the other one crosses the old Cayuga Inlet before the flood control channel was built. And it's also the route of the end of 6 Mile Creek as it heads towards Cayuga Inlet. In any case, this footbridge was built parallel to the highway bridge. And now I caught up to myself here. All right. So now we're going to go to the celebration of the opening of the trail. And that, what happened there was two bands marched from the separate ends of the trail and converged at the farmers market. So the first one was a Dixieland brass band that started off at Stewart Park, sort of right in the center there near the boathouses, right next to Fall Creek, and they marched across the bridge over Fall Creek. And it's funny, as they were approaching that bridge, they were playing Bridge Over the River Kwai. But okay, so now we're going to look at a nice little video about that crossing, about that coming down from Stewart Park, heading towards the, crossing this bridge and heading towards the farmers market. All right. So, meanwhile, down at Cass Park in the Children's Garden, which is down in the lower part of Cass Park, there was another band getting ready and did start coming up from the south, crossing Buffalo Street Bridge. I have to take this a little aside and just show you this picture I found on their website. That is the International Mud Day at the Children's Garden in 2014, so that looked like a lot of fun. So we're going to now look at the other band, which is a Scandinavian fiddle procession, coming right up here. Okay.
How many come to one of your one best part of the day? So Sunday.
Okay, so obviously the fiddle procession got to the farmers market first, and the brass band had a little farther to come. So let's go watch them arrive. So right there in the center, the Ithaca Farmers Market, following that red line down, that's where the brass band is coming down. So let's bring them up. Well, I couldn't stick around for all the official stuff that took place, but there was a ribbon cutting, and this is a picture of local officials. On the far right is Gene McFeeters, who was the president of the Tompkins County Chamber of Commerce, and on the far left is Carolyn Peterson, who was the former mayor of Ithaca, and she was involved in this partnership. And of course, Mayor Svante Myrick is second from the right, and Rick Manning, who has been the point person for the whole project, is in the center. And I'm sorry, I don't think I know the person to his right, but obviously someone very involved. So I was not able to stick around for that, nor was I able to see the cake and the various speeches that were given by folks. But it was obviously a fun time. So get out there and enjoy the Cayuga Waterfront Trail. It's a great place. It's 6 miles long, and it's a smooth surface. You can use your skateboard or rollerblades or bicycle or scooter or walk or baby carriage or whatever you want. And it hooks up with other trails as well that are bikeable and hikeable. So that's all we have time for today. So thank you for joining me, and we'll see you soon.